Staying in Holyoke, a second suspect connected to a stabbing incident at the Maple Street McDonald's last month has been taken into custody. On March 10th, police responded to the McDonald's on Maple Street for reports of an assault and battery involving 3 people. Further investigation revealed that an adult male entered the restaurant and was later stabbed by 2 other men. The victim was taken to Holyoke Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. One of the suspects, 26-year-old Vicente Torres of Holyoke, was taken into custody later that same night. Police found him on High and Suffolk Street suffering from a serious stab wound. He was taken to the hospital and placed under arrest. Earlier this month, police identified the second suspect connected to this incident, and officials say they received information that 19-year-old Christopher Russo had 2 active warrants for arrest and was at a home on West Franklin Street. Officers went into the home and Russo was placed under arrest. He now faces armed assault to murder as well as assault and battery charges. This remains an ongoing investigation by the Holyoke Police Department.